Hi, just a really quick note about this video. I actually recorded it on Thursday, but life got busy. We're about to go on a trip. I've got a class to take today, just stuff. And so I'm referring to some things in the video that were going on Thursday, and I realize it's now either Sunday or Monday. So just understand that that's what was going on. So enjoy. Hi everybody. Just wanted to say hi. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Decided I needed some art in my life. And if I needed some art in my life, maybe you guys need some art in your life. So I am going to attempt to watercolor this Oregon grape. And so I've got my brushes and my pencil. I have a big Oregon grape here, so I just took some leaves. And I'm gonna just use this as like a guide, is my plan. But I'm trying to notice all the little details, like these little ends here. I bumped you. Are very needle-like, so make sure like I replicate that too. So let's see if I can do it. But yeah, I just wanted to check in and see how everyone's doing. I feel like it's been a really long time since I've said hi. Everyone's good. We definitely had some drama. Not everything's fine, but there just wasn't a whole lot of space in my brain for also doing videos and dealing with the stress of the situation. We had some unknown medical scares. Everything's fine. Everything's turned out all right, but the amount of anxiety it was producing because of all of like the medical trauma from when Sarah was going through all her stuff really triggered us. And so we just really only had space for taking care of ourselves. So yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons I haven't been doing videos too much, if at all. I just kind of lost my for it, I guess. Which is kind of the more I think about it, it's kind of sad, because this kind of content I feel like is so super helpful for people's well-being, to know they're not alone in what they're going through. But it just feels like all the social media platforms are so bombarded with who's right and who's wrong, and the whole atmosphere of the country right now. I've been kind of trying to stay off of it for my own well-being. So I really internalize things very intensely, I guess. I'm very, just like Sarah, very sensitive, especially to people's sorrows, and it just doesn't feel like there's a lot of happiness. So I've decided I think we need to make our own happiness. And one of the things that makes me happy is art and sharing that with other people. And Mason, what are you doing? He's digging a hole behind me. Buddy, hi. So this is kind of like the new thing I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and do like a little chat while we're drawing. I thought that might be not just beneficial to reconnect with people, but like give you guys ideas for things that could maybe bring some joy into your life. This Oregon grape also has berries. It's a blueberry, and you can eat it. I personally have not tried it. I think they're kind of on the bitter side. I forget also how therapeutic these videos can be, just to kind of talk your thoughts out. Ouch! Don't poke myself. We'll see how this looks. There's going to be a little bit of just eyeballing this. I'm just kind of trying to get a general. Hey buddy, Mason leave, bud. Thanks. And this is very impromptu and it's not going to be very edited. Although I don't know why he's digging. He's not a digger. Mason. Mason. Hey. Come here, buddy. What are you up to? You smell something? Okay. We might actually have to take a little pause here. Okay. Hopefully he's done with that. I think he's just trying to get my attention. And so he used to do that as a puppy. He is half border collie, so he can get bored kind of easily. And when he really wanted our attention, he'd go grab my laundry and parade it around the house to try and make me get up and go get it. And I'm wondering if this is a little bit of that. Ooh, man, these upper leaves are pokey. One cool thing about Oregon grape, at least here in Oregon, I don't know what it would do in another climate, but because it's native, I literally don't have to water this thing. I have like a bunch of bushes lining my our driveway and the fence line, and I literally don't water it all summer. And we don't get, from like July through right about now, we don't really get any rain. It's our dry season. We've had a few showers. Oh, bumped you again, sorry there. Did I get that? Yeah. So it's kind of cool to use native plants. It makes it a lot easier to maintain. Ooh. I hope you guys have wonderful Halloween plans if you celebrate Halloween. Samhain. I think we're going to have a bonfire in the front yard. We just have like a propane fire pit. Makes it easy. Maybe if it's raining, we'll set up a canopy. We have the lights on our house that you can program, so they're on our house like all the time. So we'll change them to Halloween colors, and we might put on spooky music and hand out candy. Tempted to hand out, I've heard of neighborhoods where the adults trick-or-treat for a glass of wine. I think that'd be kind of funny to do something like that, like an adult thing to hand out. Maybe dress up as witches. And I also kind of want to you can get these like porcelain skulls that you put in your fire pit that that as the fire kind of comes up through the fire pit, it comes up through the porcelain skulls, and it looks like it's like a fire pit of death. But they're a little bit spinnier than I thought they were. So we'll see. Maybe make some cider and just kind of embrace the night. Harrison's going to outdoor school the week of Halloween. All right, let's get this close by. So we've got, before I lose my train of thought here. So Harrison is going to outdoor school the week of Halloween. And for those of you who don't know what outdoor school is, if you don't have it in your state, it's a program for 6th graders where you go with your 6th grade class for a week, and you basically have a field study every day. And the field study is either, that's a little bit more angled, I think. Let's put that more angled. The field studies are either animal, plants, water, shed, or soil. And as a 6th grader, you learn about all those field studies. So like invertebrates versus vertebrates, and like how animals hunt and camouflage and all that stuff, or for like plants, photosynthesis, and deciduous versus like evergreens and conifers, and you learn about it at camp, so it's outside, super interactive, pretty much like the highlight of your school career, really, when you do outdoor school. So that's as a 6th grader. And then as a high school student, when you become a sophomore, you can become a counselor that goes out to you are kind of basically in charge of a cabin of 6th graders with a cabin partner and support from adult staff. And so because of COVID, they changed the program up, and Harrison didn't really get to do outdoor school. Let's see, there's all these little veiny things here. We're gonna just add this. And so he's dying to actually get like the full experience of going out to camp for a week and teaching these kids about nature, and get the whole experience. And he's super excited because Jared and I, my husband, actually met at outdoor school, and we've been married. We have been married 20 years next week. Some of the longest friendships we have ever had are friendships of people that we met out outdoor school as counselors. It's just a place where you can really be yourself, and your true self, and not be worried about what other people think of you. And so he gets to go, and the cool thing is he gets to go to the camp that Jared and I met at. It very much feels like a full circle moment of life, right? We met there. Now our son is going there. It feels really special, and I really hope he likes it. It is possible it won't be for him, and I'm just gonna have to accept that, but I think he's gonna like it. So I've got the center line here. Gosh, I'm so scatterbrained today, you guys. So many thoughts. I haven't talked to you in so long. I feel like my thoughts are going crazy on what to say. I'm just trying to, if you look at the Great Oregon Grape Leaf, they've got that line down the center, and then these little like scattery, fingery things. And so I'm trying not to be too serious about it. And what more like you relax your hold on the pencil, the more it'll just kind of feel a little more natural and wiggly, because that's just what happens. Okay, I feel like we've got a good base. Let's see. Let's put some ink on it now. Don't remember which one works better. Let's see. So yeah, Harrison's going to outdoor school. This one works better. And we're super excited about it. Let's see what else is going on. Next week, Jared and I are going to Disneyland for a few days by ourselves. We have a love for Disneyland. It is maybe a problem. It is, I mean, we've been several times, but really what kind of got us stuck on it was when Sarah, my sister, who had cancer, was sick with cancer. We all took a trip as a family, her and Josh and the kids and us and Josh's parents and sister. And it was like a week of happiness. It was a week of cancer could be dealt with when we got home, for the most part. There was accommodations we definitely had to make, and were little reminders of it. But for the most part, we were really able to live in the moment. And ever since then, Disneyland has become our safe place, and we crave to be there. So that's where Jared and I are going for our anniversary. 20 years somehow. I don't know how that happened. Time marches on. As it marches on, especially when you're living it to the fullest. So the other big thing that's happening is Sarah's birthday is today. So I've been okay most of the day. It's also my grandmother's birthday, who is also passed. So I was playing show tunes earlier because that's what we really loved, show tunes and Broadway. And the song from Rent came on. I can't remember the name of it, but 525,600 minutes. I think I probably said that wrong. How About Love, I think is the title. And I lost my SHIT. I was bawling. We loved that song. And it's very reflective of the time. It's amazing how grief, you're living your life and then all of a sudden it hits you and it's like no time has passed at all. I'm trying to stay out of the way. I hope this is entertaining for people. I don't know if it is or not. I'm just basically now going back and outlining what I drew. These lines these little squigglies don't really feel like they match what the actual leaf looks like, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's my leaf. It can look like whatever I want it to look like. Even if it looks like how I don't want it to look like, it's still unique to me. If you have littles, I hope you guys are excited for the spooky season. That's one thing I do miss about Harrison being little, is dressing up and taking him trick-or-treating. It was always so fun. One year, he had hurt his leg. He was about a year and a half. He had literally just learned how to walk, and there was an accident where he went down the slide on someone's lap and he had his shoes on, and it's like, I didn't realize this, and most people don't. It's like one of the most common causes of stress fractures in little kids, because they go down on people's laps, and then as they go down, their foot gets caught on the side of the slide, and the person underneath them keeps going, and the adult weight just totally does a spiral fracture to their leg. And so he was like, he didn't have a cast because it was a very light thing, but he was just naturally not, he was crawling everywhere because he didn't want to put weight on it. And so we dressed him up. He had a little puppy dog costume, and we just put him in the wagon. And we didn't actually do it, but we were thinking about putting him in a cone because he had an owie. I think that would have been really cute, but I doubt he would have let us actually do that, so we didn't. But it was a funny thought. This is helping to get all the thoughts out of my head. For the most part, anyway. I think it's coming together. I keep bumping this. I might have to come up, if this is like something I'm going to keep doing, I got to come up with a different solution to, especially so that I'm not in the way of what I'm drawing. So I also decided to draw this on the side of the paper because don't ask me to say the technique for this, but it's a Japanese technique where you purposely leave a lot of white space for like calmness. It's a style of painting and drawing and Japanese art that every time I look at a painting that's like that, it just feels it's true. It feels calming. I'm getting to the end here. So I'm gonna do also, when I go to watercolor this, do this, I'm gonna make the paper wet first and then drop the color into the wet parts so that it spreads out kind of on its own, kind of tie-dye like. I do want to go back in with a darker marker and mark up the, what I feel like is kind of the hidden areas. Come back in with an eraser, erase all these pencil marks. I'm probably right in the way. So yeah, happy birthday to Sarah. And Momo. I think maybe I'll make their favorite drink or favorite food or something. And I had a Japanese inspired lunch today. I'm watching some videos on the Japanese lifestyle and simplicity and trying to incorporate just healthier choices, and they have a lot of good healthy choices like fermented food and lean protein and small portion sizes, and it's just nice simple ideas. So it was a really nice lunch. I really enjoyed it. Had some miso soup and a little bit of rice, not much, just a little, some fish, some kimchi. It was really tasty. Okay, do I feel good about this? So I think I'm gonna come back into these where it feels like it should be darker, and that's the wrong marker, and do a darker line. Maybe through here, just to kind of help things. Oh, that was supposed to be the leaf. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. Let's do this side of the stem. How is this stem connected? Ouch. It kind of feels like it kind of comes up like this a little bit almost. Do I have enough? Do I have enough pokies? Let's see. I think I do. Okay, let's let that dry for a minute. Get a little water. Do you guys notice my brush? I try when I'm painting or something, I always use Sarah's mug. That's from when we were little, went to Disney World. Just those little things that keep her near me. Probably light a candle for her tonight too. Maybe write a little bit to her, maybe like write her a note and burn it and send it up and see if she'll catch it. I know it sounds silly, but for me that feels like a physical action of an intention that makes it feel a little bit more real to me. Like she's gonna receive it. Like asking a little bird to send a message. Gosh, a kestrel almost hit my car yesterday. There's a couple moments yesterday where I was like, geez Louise, Sarah, are you trying to like send me a message or what? That was one of them. What was the other thing? It like swooped right in front of my car. Right when I needed it too. Like my brain was starting to like spiral into like not great thoughts. All right, let's see. Okay, this is a very green. What's the best? I'm thinking there's not a lot of like variation in the coloring on the leaves. Maybe let's start with this. Let's just pick a leaf and make it wet. Really wet. Like really wet. So that way when you put the color on, it like runs. Maybe we'll just start in the center and let it bleed out. Let's do this one. Is that dark enough? And we'll mix it with a little bit of this one too. This one feels darker. I don't honestly know if you guys can even see this. So after I'm done with this, if you like it and it's something that, see what happens. Let's just follow this, pull it a little bit. If you like this and you want it or interested in like purchasing, okay, I guess what I'm asking is I need ideas for what would be good to put this on, right? Like thank you cards, or is that something that you think people would be interested in? Or I'm gonna be honest, I have not had any luck with selling art. And I feel like it's only gonna get harder with AI because it's so easy to just punch in what you want now. Oh, that wasn't wet. Shoot. That's okay. Ooh, okay, doing that the other way isn't as great. Let's do a lighter green for the edges. Yeah, maybe lighter than that. I don't even know if this is gonna come out okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. Super, maybe there's some yellow in there too. Just trying to dab it. Yeah, so what kind of like things do you think this would be good on? Just out of curiosity. Might have to come back and I feel like I'm overdoing the coloring. Too much of, let's put some yellow on this top part. Let it bleed a little. That's kind of pretty, right? I think that's pretty. Now my cut water is starting to turn color. It's kind of funny. Mason really thinks someone's at the front door. He's very protective. He'll calm down once I just ignore him for a little bit. Oh, there's definitely a squirrel out front. I can hear that. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Okay, here we go. Let's make this darker down here. Just tappity tap tap. Maybe a little bit darker. Push it around a little bit. Maybe this, well, we already started this yellow. Let's be consistent. A lot of crows today. We have quite the big murder of crows around here. I keep forgetting my steps. Wet first. Wet first. I mean, I can paint this without wetting it. It's just not going to be the same, like, bleedy effect. I'm trying to learn watercolor. When I first started painting, I did acrylic, and it's kind of, watercolor is honestly like the complete opposite of acrylic as far as like, because you can layer acrylic, right? You kind of start with your darkest and then you let it dry and then you put layers of paint on top of it. This, you have to like leave the light parts. There is a busy squirrel out there. I can hear him. I wonder if I can make this side a little darker. But that water is getting yellow. Maybe I should change the water, but at the same time, it's kind of giving me a nice base. I'll just go with it. Doing it this way too kind of like leaves a little bit of like a mystery to like, what's it really gonna look like in the end? I wonder if I put a little bit of dark brown in there, like the base, just to kind of, yeah, I like that. Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just putting color down. I'm not a color theory person. I've never taken, oh, it's bleeding in from the other one. That's okay. I've taken lots of photography classes, especially in high school, but I've never really taken any art classes. I've taken some like online drawing stuff. Not intensely though. So I'm just winging it. It's more for the enjoyment. Shoot, I wanted more yellow than that. I think my biggest problem right now is like learning how to like not overdo the color. Ooh, hey, I can pull it down. That's kind of fun. I didn't realize I could do that. Can I pull this down? Sorta. Let's see. Let's start with more, oh, I gotta wet it. I'm gonna say more yellow on this one. Got my wish. Didn't mean to do that much yellow. I'll do the darker over here. I'm trying to, I always find it hard to like, where's the sun at, right? Where's the shadow at? Just play around with it. This is probably going to be way too long of a video. But it's nice to catch up with everyone. Maybe let's do this. Let's mix this green and this brown to make it a darker on this side. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, that's better. And then we'll do more of a regular green. Maybe this one. Maybe use a touch of yellow. I gotta have a little bit of yellow. I feel. Okay. Let's do this dark one again. I probably should have not put all of the watercolor paper that I have underneath that one. This one's not quite green enough. one's real wet. Yeah, my worry, this is watercolor paper, so I think it'll be okay, but I'm worried that because I stacked all of it, it'll bleed through and make the other ones wet too. I guess we'll find out. So, and because this is bent, it's pooling. I guess that'll be a surprise of what it looks like when we come back to it. So the other thing that we've been doing, Jared and I have been taking archery classes. I'm in my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th class. Oh my gosh, last night was such an off night. We have archery on Wednesday nights that we go to. Super great date night. And we can definitely get our arrow in a 20 yards onto the target. Not consistently, but if we're lucky, we can get it pretty close to the center of the bullseye for 20 yards. Last night was a real off night though. I was having a real hard time. One minute I was like dead center of the target, and then the next minute, no, don't bleed. I was completely off the target, like so high off the target, I had to have Jared reach the arrow out of the hay bale. It was crazy. I don't know, it was just a really off night. It was one of those, like, every once in a while when you're in a hobby, you just get so frustrated. Like right now, I'm kind of frustrated because it's bleeding into each other. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, just stop. Stop. Maybe I need to get a paper towel and just dab it to make it stop bleeding, because it won't stop. Maybe if I lift it. Okay, now I'm stuck here. Now I'm stuck here. Okay, I mean, I kind of like it actually, but I need it to dry enough that it just stays like that. A little bit of, so yeah, I bought my own bow. I have a 25-pound recurve that I love now. I've got a target in the backyard. We're only shooting at like 10 yards in the backyard, but it's good for like keeping the strength up. Practicing. All right, I should have wet this too. Let's just try to keep it in. As I say that, keep it in. I don't mind if it bleeds out a little bit. It kind of adds to the style, right? Let's do not that much. Oh, yoy. Oh well, it's okay. I think it still looks good. Okay, you guys. There is our Oregon grape. All right, well, give it a try. Go grab a leaf of something, trace it, add some like veins, throw some water on there, and then just tap it with different colors and see what happens. It's super therapeutic. Hope you guys enjoyed. Happy October. And once again, if you've got an idea for like what this kind of art would be good on, thank you notes or just a print or like, you know, I don't know, a mug, I don't know, whatever you guys think would be good, drop it in the comments and let me know what you think. All right, adios amigos.